afternoon. Thanks for joining us on Midwest Access today on this Wednesday. It is a bit toasty outside, but we are outside for a good reason, or at least a reason. We're baking cookies in Megan Zempel's car today. That's right. They thought it was a great idea. We posted it on social media. People loved it. So we've had these cookies here since what, 11 o'clock? 11 o'clock. So we are going to open the car shortly and see if they are indeed baked. I don't think they are. What does it say right now? Thermometer, 100 degrees, I think, right now here in the car. So we'll take a look at that shortly. Those are the cookies they've been baking in a hot parked car in the KTTC parking lot since about 11 o'clock this morning. So we will get to that shortly. We have a lot more on Midwest Access today, though, as well. We are going to stick with the heat and chat with a local auto tech. He's the general manager at a local auto shop in town, and he's going to tell us some of the problems that we could potentially have in the heat with our vehicles. So we look forward to that. We are also going to have some iced coffee and show you some really, really cool iced coffee flights. That's a little bit later on. It's our Pet of the Week day, and also Greek Fest is happening very soon here in Rochester. So we will talk about that as well. So a lot going on, and I think the highlight or the focus of today is the heat. So Megan actually is here and she has the keys. So let's see what the temperature is in your car right now, Megan. All right. With the gun. You can do it. Right over here? Okay. See how clean Megan's car is, too.
Don't.
So do I just go like this?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I touched it with my leg and it's hot. Okay, 164. This car has been sitting here since 11 o'clock when we put the cookies in here, even before that a little bit. So 164. Should we pull the cookies out right now? Yeah. Is that what we're doing? Okay, pull them out. She has her oven mitt.
Safety first.
Safety first. Someone's calling you right now. I think it's, oh no, maybe not. It's a text message. Is this hot?
Really hot? Yeah,
it is hot.
It is hot.
Okay.
I cannot hold this with my bare hands.
So we think these are done. Oh my gosh, they're hard.
They're hard.
Okay, so Nick, I know Nick Jansen is back in the studio, and I think we have someone in the newsroom that would gladly be willing to try these cookies, and Tom Overly. So we'll have to find Tom a little bit later on to try these cookies as we let them cool down. We actually have more cookies in another car that we put in at 2 o'clock.
No,
so
okay.
if these are too hard, we can try those one. Nick, I thought there's no way that this would work.
I'm not surprised if the temperature in the car is getting up to 160, 165 degrees, and we have those in there since 11. I mean, you'd think you'd eventually be able to bake them, right?
Yeah, I guess. Well, we'll try them in a little bit. I'm not really interested, but
I'll try them.
We got people that will try them.
Bring them in. I'll try them.
Okay, we'll bring some in. Let's get to our question of the day before we get to anything else. Nick, could you read that question for us?
Sure thing. So question of the day today, what was the first sign you were getting older? Okay, the top answer involved aches and pains. What is number 2? I think we had some pretty good answers on social media today. Needing glasses. I think the really good one is once you start to notice some gray hair, maybe your memory, forgetting names, maybe calling your child by a different name, right? I know my mom can call me Noah or call my brother Nick at some time, so I think that's a good one, but I'm going to go with gray hair once you start to notice, or maybe you have to color your hair a little bit more. Cami, what do you think?
Okay, I'm going to say you don't want to go to parties or gatherings anymore because you want to go to bed early.
That's a good one. I've already reached that. It's too late. I went out last weekend and I was like, boy, it's 10:30. I think I need to go home.
Time for bed. That's my guess for today.
Okay, I like it.
All right, well, we will share the actual answer coming up just before 5 o'clock. Did anyone try one? Not yet. No one tried any yet. Okay, we will taste the cookies a little bit later on. They baked in this 164-degree car for about, 5 hours now? Okay, we'll taste them a little bit later. Nick, let's talk about weather because it is hot. I am sweating.
Yes, it is hot outside, and we still have that excessive heat warning in effect all across southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa until 7 o'clock here tonight. And something that's been brought to my attention a lot since I've moved to Rochester is the difference between maybe the temperature downtown Rochester compared to the temperature at the airport, right? Because the airport is south of town, maybe 10, 15 miles outside of town. But I want to look. This is the actual temperature from the Mayo helipad here feeding into my system. So right now, downtown, temperature is at 99. where the temperature at RST, which would be the official record-keeping temperature by the National Weather Service, is at 97. It actually feels like 106 at the airport. It feels like 104 right at that sensor downtown. That's because I think the dew point's a little messed up there downtown at 68 compared to 72 at the airport. We look at temperatures here regionally. We have temps breaking into the triple digits in terms of our air temperature. So Mason City, Charles City, Decorah, Preston, Osage, Austin at 102 right now. Winona at 102, La Crosse at 103. It's 93 currently in Owatonna. That's the cool spot as of now. And we have those heat index values reaching close to 110 to 115. Dew points are in the low 70s, a little different than yesterday. We were in the low 80s compared to being in the low 70s here this afternoon in terms of our dew points. Excessive heat warning continues until 9 p.m. tonight. That is for all of southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. Coming up tomorrow, a little different. We'll show you that here in a second. As we look at the rest of the way here, heat index values tonight will still be close to the mid-90s to even the lower 100s by about 8 to 9 o'clock here tonight. Those overnight lows, a little cooler tonight. We're maybe close to about 74, 75 degrees. We look towards tomorrow, so we still have an excessive heat warning in effect until 7 p.m. Thursday. That is for several counties in southeast Minnesota, mainly looking at along and south of I-90 and then northern Iowa. Heat advisory will be in effect starting tonight at 9 p.m. until 7 p.m. on Thursday for areas in light orange. That does include Rochester, so no excessive heat warning in effect for tomorrow. Heat advisory. We'll track out the heat for tomorrow. That's coming up in your full forecast. Cammie.
All right, it is nice to be back indoors, that's for sure. So we learned that cookies can be baked in a hot car.
Yeah.
It gets pretty hot in the car.
Cool.
I didn't think it was going to happen, but I guess it is. We're going to try the cookies a little bit later on. We have an expert, though, today in studio to talk a little bit more about how the heat impacts our cars. Ben Tilson is the general manager at Tilson's Auto Repair in Rochester, and he is here to help us today. How are you, by the way?
I'm good. It's hot.
It is hot.
It's nice to be in an AC studio.
Yes.
I've been going from the back to the office all day,
sure.
and I think sometimes that's hard too when you're going from extreme heat to cool.
That's what I just
think
did,
sometimes that's
and I'm
harder
like-
on the body sometimes compared to like just constantly being in the heat all day.
Yes. So when it comes to our cars, I mean, all I try and do is really park in the shade, but are there more
Yeah.
things that we should know? We have some questions for you. Let's look at the first question.
for sure.
And I think it's pretty basic. What are the main issues with cars and the extreme heat like we're seeing today?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with any extreme temperatures as well as extreme cold batteries.
Sure.
Right? It's really hard on batteries. They're naturally hot, you know, and when it gets hot like this, we see a lot of failures in them. So it's just another good thing to keep an eye on, especially if you have an older battery. They get overheated. You can have some dead cars on
Sure.
if you're not careful with them and stuff like that. So a lot of electrical type stuff right now. Engine cooling is a big thing. Your coolant's working extra hard right now because your car is so hot already. So when you shut it off and you turn it on, you run that car, it's getting up to hot operating temperature a lot quicker. So we're seeing a little more overheating issues and obviously AC concerns. I mean, people want to be running their AC right now, and that's a big factor right now too. So we're seeing a lot of those types of jobs coming through the door.
So when your AC doesn't work, what's the next step?
Oh boy, I'm gonna drive, honestly. Windows down and
Sure.
try to get airflow through the vehicle, because when you're at idle, it's gonna get hot in there, you know, just by your car sitting out there for how
Right.
long. Even with the windows down, it still gets hot.
Do we
And
bring it to the shop right away?
I would, or if you don't want to fix your AC at the time, I would try to, you know, get home and
Sure.
just wait for a cooler day.
Sure. But there's
to
really
drive
no way
around.
for me to fix it on my own.
I mean, there is. I mean, you could go buy kits. You could go buy there's things like certain parts stores do use. We have seen people use them, have had success. We've seen people use them and they're not sure what to
Sure.
do with them or how to use them. Because you can actually overcharge your AC.
Okay.
And if you overcharge your AC, it actually does the same effect as undercharging your AC. So there is a specification that you need to know.
Okay.
We use pretty high-equipped equipment. We use the latest AC diagnostic equipment, AC machines, Robin Air. We are able to do every Freon that is in today's vehicles. And with that type of technology, we're actually able to really know exactly how much is actually in there and how much needs to be in there to be sure that your AC is going to be working as designed.
Okay.
But there's obviously a lot more to the AC system than just Freon.
Yeah, I'll just bring it to you. Next question, what do we have here? All right, does it matter where I park? Should I avoid parking in the sun? Should I face my car the opposite way?
Oh gosh, that's a tough question. I mean, I'd actually have a pretty hard time answering that. But yeah, I mean, the cooler your vehicle is going to be throughout the day, the better you're going to be overall. I would try to get in shade. You know, I see a lot of people use those windshield protectors. That does help. Anything that keeps some heat out of your vehicle will just naturally help it, especially if you have a lot of electronics in your vehicle. Stereo system, those touch screens on the cars today. I mean, that stuff, it's like your phone. You ever sit on your iPhone, a hot day, your phone just shuts off, right? Because it gets so hot. Think of it that way. So yeah, the more you can get it out of the heat, the better for sure.
All right, next question. What do we have next here? Are hot roads problematic? Okay, yeah. Do we see any issues with their tires?
For sure. Well, think about concrete. Concrete, when you put fire to it, what does it do? Pops, right? It doesn't like heat. So naturally roads will concrete will get cracks in it. Higher risk of that. Tar, what does tar do when you get heat?
Yeah.
It starts to get soft, so you get tar buildup on tires. We've actually seen tar buildup on tires to the point where tires needed to actually be replaced.
Really? Okay.
It can cause unbalance of tires too, so just be mindful in what you're driving on. Now, probably needs a couple excessive days. I don't know how long this heat wave is going to be lasting to really get to that point, but we've seen it in certain situations where tires gotten so hot, it got on the tires, got built into the tires, dried in the tires, and tires need to be replaced. So, yeah, and then obviously with roads cracking and stuff like that, that constant boom, 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 boom gets harder on your suspension, steering components as well too.
Okay, next question. What do we have? A couple more, I think. All right, what is the biggest issue you are seeing this summer? So maybe not heat related, but what are you seeing with the cars coming in?
Oh gosh, you know, if you look at everything, I mean, batteries are constant. I mean, that's always a big one. Electrical, AC related concerns, steering, suspensions, brakes. Actually, we've sold a lot of tires this year too, which is actually previous years we haven't seen such a big constant flow of it. I'm not sure.
Are there more cars out
Maybe
there?
Maybe we're just marketing tires better. I don't know.
You should look into that. Yeah.
But we've done a lot of tires, but a lot of everything. I mean.
Okay. Nothing in particular that really stands out.
No, I mean, really, obviously AC really stands out in the summer. You start getting a lot more AC related concerns, engine cooling concerns. I mean.
Is there anything you can do to prevent your AC from going out? Or does it just happen?
It's just going to happen. I mean, yeah, there's really nothing you can do to prevent. You know, I'd say the biggest things is just continuously do those, you know, preventative maintenance items.
Sure.
Change your coolant out, you know, change your fluids out. Stick to those intervals. I know they're not 100% bulletproof. I know things are going to fail. Everything has an expiration date on it, so eventually it's going to go, it's going to fail. But, you know, just get into your shop. I know there's a lot of places around town. I know a lot of people like getting the quick oil change, get in, checked out. But, you know, make sure you get car just checked over once in a while really good. At least like every 10, 15,000 miles, get into a place that's going to do a really thorough check over of it.
Sure.
A lot of great repair shops in Rochester. We're really fortunate. We got a lot of experts in this city. So I would say try to get in as often as can and just get everything checked out, especially before summer and before winter. Those are your big two checkouts. Make sure your car is ready for the heat and the cold.
Absolutely. Last question. Are you seeing any shortages as like what we were seeing during the pandemic? Are we still seeing parts that you can't get in?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that hasn't gone away yet. I mean, there's definitely, especially like when you need like OEM, original equipment specific stuff, you know, bigger stuff like engines, you know, internal engine components, you know, yes, that's been a shortage for a while. And I would say it's just generally just the higher demand quality parts for sure. I mean, we've had to get pretty resourceful, probably more resourceful than we've had to get pre-COVID. So we do try to get something because you need your car back.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't not have a car. So I would just say, yeah, for very specific stuff, electrical, sensors, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tilson's Auto Repair. You can find them in Rochester. We have all the details on our website. That's KTTC.com. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
More to come on Midwest Access, including a look at some of the day's headlines when we return.
It's the Labor Day sale at America's Mattress.
Thanks for sticking with us on Midwest Access. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's time now for a look at some of the day's top headlines. Joining us in studio this afternoon is our very own Tom Overly. You have the whole pan? How are they? Did you try them?
When I came to work today, I thought the first thing I want to do is eat an underbaked cookie.
Did
dough. They're actually, it's kind of like a hard hockey puck. Very interesting.
Great.
But seriously, these actually kind of cooked a little bit. I'm a little surprised. They're
The
not too
middle
bad.
isn't cooked?
Did you make the dough too?
No.
You did?
Megan went and bought the dough from
I'm
from
eating
the store.
store-bought dough, not homemade.
Yes.
They're not bad, actually.
Okay, are you sure? Is it cooked in the middle?
If I can make it through this news without flopping
If
over.
Tom's not on the evening news tonight, we know
Then
why.
there's a reason. Yeah, don't eat underbaked cookies. All right.
Sorry about that, Tom.
No problem. Should we talk about the news at this hour? A few heat-related notes for folks in Moore County. Cooling shelters are available in several communities for many people who need a safe place with air conditioning. There are locations in Austin, Brownsdale, Grand Meadow, Leroy, Lyle, and Rose Creek. We all have the locations there, details on the hours on our website at kttc.com. You can also call Moore County Needs Line. Meantime, Austin Utilities has issued a peak alert for today. The utility company is asking customers to reduce energy usage until 8 p.m. And in this extreme heat, it's also important to remember your pet's safety and well-being. Veterinarians say even small periods of time in high temps can be dangerous. They begin to worry when the heat hits 80 degrees or higher. An expert at Broadway Veterinarian Hospital in Rochester says that there are a few signs that dog owners should be on the lookout for.
First, signs of heat exhaustion, which is the first stage of our body temperature reaching a point that's not great, would be excessive panting, drooling. When it starts to get more severe, we become disoriented, so we might not come when called. Some muscle tremors, even spasms. Worst case can lead to seizures.
And if your dog is showing signs of heat exhaustion, the first step is to try to cool them down. Some ways to do this: wipe their paw pads or put them in front of a fan. We have more information on our website, kttc.com. Well, the heat is impacting schools in our district or this region as well. Osage Community Schools are dismissing early today and tomorrow because of the heat. Lincoln Elementary will dismiss in a few minutes, and the middle and high school will be done at 12:25. The district says students who ride the bus will be given a bottle of water for the ride home. Parents in Decorah will also have to pick up kids from school earlier this week because of the hot weather. The Decorah Community School District had a 2-hour early dismissal today and an early dismissal tomorrow. We're told the John Klein and West Side school buildings do not have air conditioning. Schools are being released around 1 o'clock. And the University of Minnesota is investigating the possible theft of personal data that could impact millions of alumni. The investigation was launched in late July after the tech journal The Cyber Express reported claims that a hacker possibly gained access to more than 7 million Social Security numbers. In an email, a U of M spokesperson did not explicitly confirm that, but says the data at issue is from 2021 and earlier, and that additional scans have not revealed ongoing suspicious activity related to the incident. The university says it's working with law enforcement, and outside computer forensics experts will provide resources to anyone who may be impacted. The Republican primary debate is set to take place, as we know, tonight in Milwaukee. 8 Republican presidential candidates will descend on the city of Milwaukee. Former President Donald Trump will not be there. He is expected to turn himself in to authorities in Georgia tomorrow. He'll get some guidance on tonight's debate in a live interview with our political correspondent a little later in the newscast. Governor Tim Walz is announcing some new appointments for the Minnesota Supreme Court. Governor appointed Justice Natalie Hudson to serve as Chief Justice for Supreme Court. She will start in October after the retirement of Chief Justice Lori Gildea. According to the governor, Hudson is one of our state's most experienced jurists. She has a strong reputation as a leader and a consensus builder. The governor also announced the appointment of Carl Procaccini to serve as Associate Justice. He will fill the vacancy that Justice Hudson once filled before her elevation to the chief. The governor says that Carl understands how legal decisions impact the lives of Minnesotans. There is no one more prepared for the rigors and challenges that comes with the important position, according to the governor. That's a check at your headlines. More news at 5 and 6. I'm going back to my cookies. We'll be back after this.
miss part of our news.
We have some special guests in studio joining us today. From Roasted Bliss, we have Stephanie Donovan and Allie Johnson. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we are showing some iced coffee flights today.
Yes.
Typically I see flights of beer, but today we're doing coffee.
Yes.
Correct.
All right, so show me what we're showing off here.
So do you want to talk about how we do rotations of flights?
Yes, so every 2 months we have rotations, and so this is ending our rotation here for August of
Okay.
different flavors. Sometimes we do iced coffee, sometimes we have a mix of some hot drinks in there as well. Seasonal options, so come September and October, we'll have some new fun options as well. And we have them at the store. You can get flights like this, a 3 ounce, a 6 ounce, and then we also do have 4 ounce to-go sizes as well.
Okay, so what coffee is this then?
So this is an orange cream coffee.
Okay.
The next one I'm going to do is a white chocolate hazelnut truffle.
So remind me again, how long can we get this flight?
2 months. So this one is ending the end of the month, and
Okay.
then we're working with our staff to create next month's.
Okay.
The next 2 months.
So why iced coffee? Is it really popular?
It is. Summertime, that's probably our top seller. You'll get some
Okay.
people that want hot coffee. But yeah, these flights, we were the first one in Rochester to do them, and they've
Okay.
really taken off. And we've talked about maybe dabbling in the future of soup flights and dessert flights.
That sounds
So-
good. That sounds good. I'm not much of a coffee
Yeah.
drinker, but I like dessert and
Yes.
soup. That's awesome.
Oh, yes.
So is this typically folks come in midday to evening, or is this morning they come in and get a flight? Or all
it
the
really
above?
varies.
Okay.
Yeah, and we do them through the drive-through as well. We've had flights to go through DoorDash as well.
Okay,
So
okay.
this is our Banana Foster.
And this was just what, a little Oreo crumble on top? Okay.
Of course, we have to dress it up and make it fun when you
Of
come in with your
course.
girlfriends.
Of course. And what are you putting on right now?
Some cinnamon.
Okay. And Roasted Bliss has been around since 2019.
Correct.
You guys
yeah.
are friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you decided to start a business together.
Yeah. Well, we worked together at the Minnesota School of Business a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Steph had gotten married, her last name had changed, and she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I see you're looking to breed golden doodles." And we're like, "Oh, wait, we used to work together."
Sure.
And yeah, so
The
we
rest
made
is
that
history.
connection. And
Dogs and coffee, but more than just coffee at Roasted Bliss.
Exactly. So we are more of that destination experience. We've got a drive-through at our new location. We've got a gluten-free kitchen. We've got a bar, so we've got some fun drinks with and without alcohol.
Okay.
We've also got a candy wall that people can come in and buy candy by the pound. And then we also serve Bridgman's ice cream. We have 8 flavors of ice cream available too.
Okay, you do it all over there.
Yeah.
So you said you worked where together?
Minnesota School of Business.
So
a
you had that
long
business
time ago.
background.
Yes.
And you're
Yeah.
like, it's time to start our own business.
Yep.
And things have been going all right. What is it? We have caramel on top here?
Yeah.
Okay, and this was what coffee?
That one was our creme brulee.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if they get a flight, they get, this is the
Those
flight they're
4.
getting.
Yep, and we
For the-
can do,
until the end of the month.
for $1 upcharge, we can do almond or oat milk too.
Okay, and
So
what are we doing over here?
She's making
We're making
sample
to go?
cups.
Making
You guys.
All right, so Missy and Becca, come on in here. I don't drink coffee. I'm the worst to have here, but this is so pretty. It looks great. All right, the two of you.
Thank you.
Which one should they have here?
Well, we made it for every,
Which one do you
every
want?
flavor.
Creme brulee. I'll try the creme
Okay,
You guys
creme brulee.
can try. You actually get to try.
this creme brulee?
One of each.
Oh, one of each. These are our samplers over
There's a
here.
banana Foster.
And
Which one's this one? The chocolate.
Yep.
That one's the white chocolate hazelnut truffle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Roasted Bliss, you touched on this briefly. Newer location since May.
Yeah.
You're in a
So
new
we
spot.
moved into the old Dobby's building.
Okay.
Their caramel brulee.
All right, and that is your current address?
Skittles. Yes.
Okay,
it is.
perfect. Perfect. Wanted to make sure I had that up there right. So 1310 5th Place Northwest in Rochester. Roasted Bliss Coffee and Bakery. Emphasis on that bakery because you do a lot there. And we were touching on, it's a little ways out, but Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yes.
And you do something with pies.
Yes, so we want to support the community, and we know there's many different organizations that are looking to raise funds, and so we usually have 4 to 5 different pies available, and the team can go out and sell the pies, and they get proceeds of each pie sold. So.
Okay, so it's like when I used to do pizza
Yes.
for 4-H, you'd sell your pizzas,
Yeah.
you can sell pies.
Exactly.
And you make the pies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what's your favorite pie?
I didn't try this one.
Well, I like pumpkin.
Pumpkin
Yeah,
pie.
and I'm a French silk girl. So,
French.
yeah.
Okay, okay, so some options there.
And we do have a gluten-free one there.
So when does that start?
The
Can they
We're
just
in September.
September?
Yeah.
So they can reach out to you, stop
Yeah.
by? Okay, perfect. What do we think, ladies?
These two are my favorite. Which ones are these?
Awesome.
Okay, so Missy's favorites are,
Okay.
they're the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some favorites here.
Oh.
The
minds think
iced
alike.
coffee flights that you can get at Roasted Bliss in Rochester, and this option here is available through the end of the month. So, ladies, thank you so much, as always.
you.
Any final words for folks at home?
If you're out looking for a good time, you want to try something new, we'd love to see you. Stop through or drive through or come on in.
All right, Roasted Bliss, more details on our website. That's kttc.com. Just click Midwest Access. Ladies, all of you, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back. Greek Fest starts Friday in Rochester. Smaros Spandonidis is here to tell us all about it. Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing? You staying cool?
Trying to in this heat, yeah.
Good. So we have Greek Fest coming up.
Yes.
Are you already setting up?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it hot?
It's hot. Well, tomorrow is the outside setup.
Okay.
It's a lot of inside prep right now.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Greek Fest, you've seen the billboards all over Rochester
Yes.
and beyond. I know a lot of folks are excited for Greek Fest, a lot of good Greek food, and learn a little bit more about the heritage. So what can people expect this year?
Yes, so it's going to be a lot of the same of what we've done in the years past. We have our infamous Euro assembly booth. We're keeping the drive-through along with the full-blown festival too.
Okay.
So if somebody just wants a quick bite to eat, they don't want to have to come and get out of their car, especially if it's still hot out. They're welcome to come through the drive-through.
That works.
And then we're going to have some entertainment this summer. We'll have a DJ all 3 days. We have Greek dancers coming Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And we will have live Greek music as well Saturday afternoon.
Okay. Are you one of the original organizers of Greek Fest?
I moved to Rochester about 7 years ago. So I've slowly been getting more involved every year. And now I'm the chair of the festival, planning festival.
Why is
committee.
it something that you wanted to be a part of?
So I came from Chicago area, so when I moved to Rochester, it was a way for me to get involved and keep in touch with my heritage and find a community. And then I grew up in the restaurant business. My dad owned a restaurant, so that was kind of an easy avenue for me to get involved and engage.
So do you love Greek food?
I do love Greek food.
What's your favorite?
Gosh, there's so many, but I would say moussaka is one of my favorites, which we don't have at our festival, but pastitsio is the closest thing to it. It's like a Greek lasagna. It's really, really good.
And you brought some items here.
Yes, yeah.
What do you have for us
so
today?
these are all items that we're going to be selling at our marketplace. Some olive oil. These are some like a fruit mixture, some soap.
What is this one?
That is a cherry. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's cherry and like kind of a marmalade.
Okay.
Really good on like yogurt or toast, desserts, ice cream. We have some drinks. So this is a juice. This is one of my favorite things to get in Greece as well, called Motion Juice. It's like a multi-fruit drink. We'll have it at the bar and for sale marketplace.
Okay.
And then we have our Little Thistle partnership. If you haven't heard about that already, we partnered with Little Thistle, and we have an exclusive beer that they made for us. So
Lemon Heaven.
yeah, it's available in their
Okay.
tap room all week, and they have their 5-year anniversary on Saturday, and then we have the kind of fun exclusive cans that we're going to be
Sure.
selling at the Greek Fest.
Okay, and this here?
That's a soap, an olive oil soap.
Okay.
So all of these items are imported from Greece, and these are all goodies that, like, when I take a family trip to Greece, this is the stuff I'm stashing in my suitcase to bring back home with me.
Perfect. So there will be different shops where you can get some of
It's
these
a
items.
specific marketplace area that all of this will be for sale at.
Okay, fantastic. What else can people expect at Greek Fest?
They can expect, we also have a late night that we're kind of trying out this year. So
Okay.
from 7 to 9, the bar will stay open, and there's going to be different food items available. So kind of some special food items. We're going to have Greek meatballs, a Greek quesadilla, some Greek nachos. So kind of a fun twist on Greek food items.
And we haven't touched on the location, so we have a little map here of where
great.
people go. Where is this in Rochester exactly?
So if you know where the Delk is, if you're a Mayo employee, if you know where the Delk is, it's up the street. It's on Center Street and 7th, kitty corner there. So it takes place in the parking lot behind the church, and then there's parking at the Mayo, if people are familiar with Mayo, at the Mayo parking lot kind of kitty corner. There will be parking available, and then the full festival, so you'll walk in to that entry, and there's we have the Greek food set up, some desserts, and the marketplace, the bar, a DJ spot and seating area, restrooms on site, some porta potties, and then the drive-through is kind of where you see those arrows on the right-hand side.
Perfect. And did you start the drive-through during the pandemic?
That was COVID, yeah, a way for us to stay open. Now it's kind of a nice weather insurance,
It
too.
works.
Yeah.
It works. How many years have you been doing this?
Greek Fest, it's our 60th anniversary,
Holy
actually.
smokes. Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So if you are familiar with Greek Fest, you are familiar with Greek Fest. You've
Yes.
probably been before.
Yes.
With paper parking?
Nope, everything's free access,
Okay.
free parking, just for the food and any goodies you want to take home.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for coming
Thanks
in.
for having me, I appreciate it.
More details about Greek Fest on our website, kttc.com. Just click Midwest Access. We have a lot more to come here on Midwest Access, including a look at weather. When will the heat die down? Nick will tell us when we come back. Plus, let's remind you of our question of the day one more time as we head to break. What was the first sign you were getting older? The top answer involved aches and pains. What was number 2? We'll tell you just before 5 o'clock.
Minnesota Vikings preseason football is back.
It is the hot topic of the day, quite literally.
Yeah, it really is. We had some record high temperatures yesterday. I'm sure by the end of the day today, we'll have some record high temperatures again today. Let's first look at yesterday. So several communities did have some record highs. Mason City, Austin, and Winona all setting daytime records for the 22nd, and I think we'll have some records for the 23rd. Rochester, we didn't set a record high temperature yesterday, but we did set a record warm low this morning of 77 degrees, beating the previous warm low temperature record for today's date, the 23rd, of 76 back in 1948. High temperatures so far today, we have reached a 97 at RST officially through the afternoon, but notice all the 100s, 104, 103, 100, 100 in Charles City, 105 today in Waterloo. We take a look outside our Lewis and Otto live camera. Temperature still at RST at 97. Wind out of the west-southwest at 16 miles per hour. We have dew points currently in the 70s, so right at 72 degrees, and it feels like 106 currently at the airport. Some of our feel-like conditions still, it feels like 110 in Mason City, 109 in Charles City, feels like 112 in Winona. And again, we have triple-digit air temperatures in some spots. Again, that is unusual, you could say, for this type of heat. We look at our current alerts here. Excessive heat warning still in effect until 9 p.m. on Wednesday. That is for most, all of southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. Some of our region, though, will transition to a heat advisory coming up later on tonight and extending into tomorrow. As we look at our temperature and our heat index values through the rest of the evening, temperatures will be in the low 90s and some upper 80s here. We're still low 80s into about midnight here tonight. What to expect here, warm and humid, staying hot and humid through the day on Thursday, and then the 70s, it'll be nice, the 70s return by the weekend. Temperatures here tonight, even by midnight, we're still in the low 80s. Overnight lows tonight into tomorrow morning will be mid 70s. We'll start things off upper 70s by tomorrow morning. Through the afternoon tomorrow, high temperatures right back into the low 90s and some upper 80s for highs tomorrow. Tonight, 74 for that overnight low, wind out of the southwest about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Your forecast for tomorrow, 89 in Rochester, so a little different, about maybe close to 10 degrees cooler. So upper 80s and low 90s, but we will have some mid 90s, especially for areas south of I-90 tomorrow. So our weather alerts here, heat advisory will be in effect for our counties here in light orange. That does include Olmsted County. Excessive heat warning continues until 7 p.m. on Thursday for areas along and south of I-90. So notice our heat index values here coming up in the next at least for tomorrow. We see those heat index values reaching back to close to 100. 7-day forecast here, 76 for the high Saturday, 77 on Sunday. We still have that first alert day coming up on Thursday. Cammie, you're outside again. How's it feel and how are those cookies?
It's really hot. It's really hot. We are baking cookies in parked cars today. So we have some cookies that were put in a parked car that was very hot at about 11 o'clock. And then we have these ones here, they were put in at about 2 o'clock. And I have Megan Zempel here helping me out. I just took the temperature inside this car that's been parked here. Oh, we forgot the oven mitt. Let's see. You can see the temperature inside is 150. So you can't touch the cookies because Megan didn't bring the oven mitt. Hey, these actually, oh, they're not done. But they have been cooked a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely getting there.
Yeah.
I can't touch it. It's way too hot. That gives you an idea of how hot it is.
We had the oven mitt. Did you forget the oven mitt? Okay, I will taste the other ones that we put in. At 11 o'clock, they baked for 5 hours inside a parked car in the parking lot. So if this is not a reminder to make sure your pets are not being kept in the car, make sure all your children are out of your car as you head to different places today. Okay, did you try this?
This one.
Okay. We're not bad.
Yeah, and for
Tom was giving him a bad rap, but I'm actually...
Well, then why did he eat two? He ate two.
So he ate two. Okay, Nick, so these ones baked for 5 hours inside a parked car today. It is hot out here. I'll bring you a cookie, okay?
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh man, having fun in the heat. Again, heat is dangerous, so make sure to try to limit yourself outside here. First alert day is still in effect for Thursday. So we will have high temperatures tomorrow in the upper 80s and some lower 90s. So that first alert day with the heat advisory and excessive heat warning, that continues for Thursday. We could see a chance for a couple stray thunderstorms. That's early on Friday morning. We're looking at 85 degrees for the high. I think thunderstorm activity will be pretty stray across the region coming up on Friday. We look Saturday and Sunday. Notice a big temperature difference, right? I mean, we're upper 90s now, but by the upcoming weekend here, we're down into the mid 70s coming up on Saturday. So 76 for the high on Saturday. We're at 77 on Sunday, some partly cloudy skies, and really temperatures through the next extended period of time will be down into the mid 70s. This is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, and we have those overnight lows fairly comfortable coming up by the upcoming weekend too. So temperatures will be nice on both Saturday, Sunday, and Monday into next week. So Cammie, looks like you got some cookies here, huh?
I do. I was actually impressed. Come here. Okay, I'm giving Nick his cookie. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not
Somebody
that
else
bad.
wants a cookie.
It's not that bad.
I thought it was pretty good, actually. All right, so you can bake cookies.
I'm not going to eat the rest of it.
Oh, he's not.
Well, maybe.
Can you hear? We have a special guest in studio with us today. Trevor is joining us. He's a beautiful pup. We are going to visit with our pet of the week when we come back. There he is. We brought cookies in. I'm sorry, bud. Welcome back. It is time for our pet of the week. And today we have Trevor joining us. Shar Carey is here as well. She's a volunteer with Paws and Claws. Hello, Shar.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So we
Welcome
have,
back.
thank you so much. We have Trevor here. He's 6 years old.
6 years old.
And he's a mix.
And he is a lab mix, and he came to Paws and Claws the end of July. He came from an intake impound.
Okay.
And no one claimed him, so when his time was up there, he came to us, and just a really nice dog, but he was pretty thin, so it was evident that, you know, he hadn't just had the easiest time of things before he ended up in impound. But he's done well. He's adjusted to the shelter, and he's put on some weight. He could probably use a few more cheeseburgers.
Some cookies, huh?
I know where you can get some of those. To get a hold of your cookie.
So Trevor, when he was in an impound, where was that?
Well, they have a lot of different local areas, and they all have impound areas, like at veterinary clinics and things like that. So I'm not sure just which one it was, but somewhere in southeastern Minnesota is where he's come from, and so he's used to the climate here. And so he's an active dog. He'd be a good walker for somebody that wanted to get some exercise, but you know, he's got this nice ebony coat, this shiny black coat, and he really does look like a full-blooded lab. So he's a great dog. He's a pretty dog.
And he's 6 years old, so he doesn't have so much of that puppy energy, but he is still a bit energetic.
He has a lot of energy, but it's not puppy energy. So there is a difference. And so we're just looking for a nice forever home where he can fit in and be one of the family.
Absolutely.
That's what he needs.
If folks want to visit with Trevor, or maybe they'd like to adopt him, what do they have to do?
Well, just check our website and look at the questionnaires and fill those out and make an appointment to come and see him. They can come and see him, and if they have a dog in the home, what we like to do is have them have their dog meet this one and decide whether they're compatible and make some decisions about adoption. But
all right,
he's ready.
He is.
He's ready and eager.
And he sees himself on TV, and I think he kind of likes it.
Well, he should.
You're a bit of a showman there, Trevor.
He should. He's a handsome boy.
More details on our website. We have the link to Paws and Claws' website right there. You can learn more about Trevor and the other animals at Paws and Claws. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
We have to take a break. We'll answer your question of the day when we come back.
Pet of the Week, brought to you by...
Welcome back. Let's answer our question of the day. What was the first sign you were getting older? The top answer involved aches and pains. What was number 2? Hey,
Going to bed early.
that's kind of what I said.
Yeah, I'll give you credit.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said not partying and drinking too much anymore.
That's not what I said. I said gatherings. You sometimes
you were
decide
like
that
partying on a Saturday night.
is not
like, now
at
I'm
all-
gonna go home.
you're fabricating what I said earlier.
I mean, that's what you meant.
Roll the tape. We'll go on back to the tape.
All right, we're gonna have to go back to the tape tomorrow then.
Anyway, I kind of got it. So there you go.
I'll give it to you. I think that's
Thank you.
credit. I wonder where gray hair's at though.
Yeah, it's probably on the list. I'll have to look that up too. You don't know the score of the Twins game? The Twins lost 7-8.
Brewers came back.
They were just winning 7-6.
Well, you know, you have the ghost runner on.
They just got
second
swept.
base. By the
2-game
Brewers?
sweep.
Yeah, well, I mean, the
It's not
Yankees.
good.
Did you know that the Yankees have
They lost like 8 in a row.
9 in a row,
9
first
in a
time
row.
since 1982.
Can't believe the Twins just lost.
I mean, the Twins are gonna make the playoffs. What do you?
They're playing Texas and then the Guardians coming up twice.
Guess who's still in like first place for like 9 games?
Not the Twins.
Not the Yankees either.
Okay. That's all our baseball talk for today. Sorry about that. We have more tomorrow. But until then, your 5 o'clock news is next, right after the break with Miss Caitlin Alexander. Have a good day, everyone. Stay cool. Bake some cookies.
Coming up on KTTC News at 5, it's back to school in Mason City with new rules for books. We'll explain. Plus, looking ahead to the first GOP presidential debate of the 2024 election cycle, our White House correspondent is in Milwaukee. But first, it's all anybody's talking about. It's hot out there. Our First Alert team is tracking the warning our area is under. Your 5 o'clock news starts now.
Live from your local news leader.